in commemoration of Philippines Independence Day, we are going to be looking back at history and checking out some of the monuments and areas here at the Luneta Park. And to help us out with that, we will be joined by Manila's tourism consultant, Carlos Celdran. All right, thanks for joining us once again. Always a pleasure.
My pleasure as well.
Okay, first, take us back to June 12, 1898.
June 12, 1898, I guess, considering it was monsoon season, would be a rainy day. And there were many stories going on in the Philippines at that time. On June 12, 1898, you have to remember at that time there were two republics being declared separately. One in Kawit, Cavite, and then one over in Malolos, Bulacan. But meanwhile, the real history was done abroad. 1 month earlier, on May 1, 1898, the United States, who was waiting out in Manila Bay, had signed the Treaty of Paris, which basically sold the Philippines to the United States without us knowing.
The Treaty of Paris is a signed agreement between Spain and the United States, signaling the end of the Spanish-American War. The agreement states that Spain will sell the Philippines to the United States for the sum of $20 million. What followed was decades of American occupation. It wasn't until July 4, 1946, when the United States proclaimed the Philippines sovereign through the Treaty of Manila. Independence Day was then observed every July 4, but in 1964, President Diosdado Macapagal signed into law Republic Act No. 4166, which changed the date of Independence Day from July 4 to June 12.
We are now right in front of the Rizal Monument, as you can see. So tell us, Carlos, what is the significance of Jose Rizal to our independence?
Jose Rizal was pretty much the centerpiece of the Philippine independence movement through his books No Limitangere and El Filibusterismo, which enlightened all of us about the corruption of that time. And then when he was assassinated, executed in 1896, that really galvanized us towards independence. But you can also see that the Rizal Monument in itself is also a symbol of its change. During the Spanish colonial period, the center of Philippine society, Kilometer Zero, was Manila Cathedral. Every road in the Philippines was measured to Manila Cathedral. Today, every road in the Philippines is now measured to Jose Rizal.
Today, Filipinos and tourists alike celebrate Rizal's heroism by visiting Luneta.
Where are we going?
We're going to go now to the site where Jose Rizal himself, our national hero, was executed. And from his execution on December 30, 1896 at 7:30 a.m. began the journey towards revolution and our independence.
All right, it looks to me like this place was a very historical spot. What exactly happened over here?
Okay, right here, where that guy is standing, doing a little disco move, bending backwards, that's exactly the spot where Jose Rizal was shot on December 30, 1896 and fell to the ground. As you know, they tried to shoot him in the back, right? Because he was a traitor to the state. But since he insisted that he was innocent, as soon as he heard the shots, he turned around to face his killers in the eye.
There was another execution that took place in Luneta during the Spanish colonial time. Jose Rizal dedicated his second novel to these martyrs.
Okay, back here behind us on February 17, 1872, Gomburza, or Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, the three friars that were wrongly accused for that mutiny in Cavite, were killed by garrote right here in this spot. So you have to understand that Luneta is not only a place where people go to stroll and enjoy the sunset and some fresh air, but it was also a scene of much suffering on our way towards independence.
Every corner of Luneta Park gives us a little glimpse of the past. Its recent renovations make it a refreshing go-to venue to enjoy some downtime or wholesome family fun.
So I'd like to invite everybody down to Manila on June 12 of this year, our Independence Day. It's a holiday, so there's no traffic. You'll be able to get down here really quickly. And the National Commission of the Culture and the Arts and the Luneta Park itself will be holding a free program of music and dancing at the open-air auditorium. So come on down. One of the things that you have to do for this Independence Day is buy yourself an ice cream and celebrate your freedom while walking around the Luneta Park.